Yo, what's up, everybody? This your boy, Axel Guzman 107. We back with another podcast. You already know it's me and Lou in here. We got a special guest. We got our boy Ray. Let you introduce yourself, bro.
Hey, my name is Ray, the iconic status, or IS, should I say. So, yeah, special to my man Ax for kind of introducing me to the TikTok world and stuff like that. So, yeah, kind of see what the journey goes from now.
Yeah, guys, I've been following this man. Like I said, I don't know if you guys haven't seen his videos. You need to go follow him. He started doing the backstage Raw intros, and I'm like, and the funny thing is, I caught him on his first video. And I told him, I hit him up, and I'm like, bro, just keep it going, man, because like that's I was like, and then the next day I saw it was over 100,000 and something. So first off, what got you into wrestling, man?
Man, dude, I'm probably by far the biggest wrestling fan ever, and I mean that literally. Like my older brother is like 31. I can't no joke. My birthday is April 4th, so it's on the week of WrestleMania. So like a funny story about that is like literally when when I came home from the hospital, my mom literally my brother literally propped me in the middle of the living room, and I believe Raw was on. And like I said,
Yeah.
I have been hooked on wrestling since.
That's what's up, man. So growing up, like what was the first memory you could really remember?
Okay, so I was born in 2000, so I'll be 21 April 4th in a couple of weeks. So my earliest memories was probably like the Reign of Terror, like right when that was kind of going in, like around 03, 04. Chris Benoit was like the guy. That was like one of my earliest memories. I remember right when I started connecting with Eddie Guerrero, tragically passed and stuff like that. So that was like my earliest memories. I remember I was more of a Raw guy. I grew up. I remember a bit of SmackDown, but I was mainly watching Raw a lot.
You already know I'm asking. I'm gonna ask it, man. Favorite superstar?
Favorite superstar? Woo, man, that's
you know it was coming.
That's tough. It ranges. It's like, okay, so like, can I give you my top five?
If you want to do the top five, that's fine.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay, all right.
No, and
so
if you don't want it to be in order, it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, this is not gonna be in order because like,
all right, that's fine.
It's really like So it goes from Brock. There's Jeff Hardy. Obviously, have y'all probably seen from some of my TikToks, like I've done so many Jeff Hardy videos.
You already know, bro.
AJ Styles. I followed him heavily in TNA, and then once he came to WWE, I was just icing on the cake. I'm a huge Rock fan, and probably like as far as like recently, Seth Rollins is really kind of taking me into like recent memory. Like he's probably I gotta put him in my top five at least.
You got a valid list, bro. That's a valid list.
That's a valid. Definitely with Jeff Hardy on there, man. Definitely with Jeff on there, man. So
yeah, Jeff. Jeff was probably my first wrestler I fell in love with.
I feel you on that, man. My first early memory was seeing like it's a bad memory, but it was still like, damn, how can he do this? When Jeff got speared off the championships by Edge.
Ooh, yeah. That was pretty good. That was like, wasn't that 17, I believe?
Yep, WrestleMania 17.
Yeah.
So with you growing up, in that era, what's like one big moment that drew you in and you're like, yo, like I'm a wrestling fan for life? Like what's that big moment that brought you in? Like, holy shit, like I love this shit.
That's really a good question. Like I guess the whole rise of I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but like seeing the rise of John Cena, like I just seeing how his character went from like the simple rapper, and then like once he won the WWE championship, maybe like that was kind of like just seeing like how just like see how I fell in love with him from when I was like younger to like, oh my goodness, like I think that was probably it. That whole run with Edge and the Randy Orton, like where where Edge went to John Cena's house and was just slapping him. Like it was just like I said, it was just an emotional roller coaster. So probably that whole Cena era from '05, I believe, where I just kind of like, man, like, just grew out. He grew old on me.
All right, so yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of people got involved with Cena. Cena brought everybody in. Um, do you have like, is there a funny moment in WWE history that comes to mind where you just look back at it and you just crack up every time?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot, man. But like I said, I'm gonna play name two that I just thought of off. There's of course any moment with R-Truth, I'm pretty much gonna laugh. But the funniest moment I probably say with R-Truth was when I believe he was doing a promo, and I think it was for the Royal Rumble or something. But R-Truth was talking about how he went to Disney World, and he told Wade Barrett said he was going to win the Royal Rumble, and then R-Truth said, you told Pinocchio that, and look what happened. And Pinocchio's nose get longer than R-Truth was like, I don't even know if that's PG.
Oh yeah.
So that
was towards the beginning of the PG era. That's right.
Yeah,
R-Truth
exactly.
as a rapper, I missed that.
And then if there's the DX mocking the McMahons, that was actually one of my first earliest wrestling memories too. The DX, like Shawn Michaels coming out doing the whole Shane McDance and Triple H, yelling.
Look at me, Dad. Look at me. Oh, and since I say this to everybody because I'm from Connecticut, so I see the WWE headquarters once in a blue moon.
I was going to ask you that.
If you're wondering if that paint was real when they spray painted it, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
It was there for like a solid 2 weeks. It was there for a solid 2 weeks.
Wow.
And at a point they had half like covered. I'm like a good 30, 45 minutes away from Stanford.
Okay.
And also, if you want to know, no tours, no nothing. Nobody can go in there unless you work for WWE.
Hell no. So Ray, so since we are live, we also give our viewers the power to also ask questions. And one question so happens to be a hard one. What's your favorite WWE match?
Ooh, that's pretty hard, man. Well,
you can do top
I was
five,
down in top five. Well, I was down in Dallas. I mean, I was down in Houston when they did WrestleMania 25. And I wasn't at WrestleMania. I wasn't at that one, but I was in the area when it happened. So definitely Shawn Michaels and Taker at WrestleMania 25. A recent one is probably John Cena versus AJ Styles at Royal Rumble 2017. I gotta put that up there as a top 10. Chris Benoit Angle Royal Rumble 2001, I believe, or it was either in any Chris Benoit or Kurt Angle match is a thing of beauty. So yeah,
suplex heaven right there.
Yeah. So, dang, crazy. Jeff Hardy's not even none of my favorite matches of all time.
That's crazy. So you're growing really good on TikTok. I love your content, man. So my big question I have is what inspired you to do the entrances, because I don't know if you know, man, but I saw your thing on Facebook a couple of times. That's when I first saw you, and it was like wholesome because like it was nostalgia. So what caused you to start doing these entrances to bring back such wholesome memories?
Well, I mean, like, it was really just one of those things. Like, I remembered it a lot as a kid, and I'd be seeing, and I'd be like, man, does anybody remember that? Like, how it would sometimes get, because I remember, like, it would just used to get me pumped, like, before a commercial break would go. Like, I would remember Shawn Michaels slowly strolling with his little, with his cowboy hat and his shirt, and I'm like, it would just always get me pumped. Same thing with Jeff Hardy. Like, I'm like, man, maybe I should, like, do something like that. And I just went through my closet, and I just found some stuff, whether it's from my brothers, my dad, or my mom. And that Johnny Nitro fur coat, that was actually my mother's.
Listen, man, that I'm telling you, I watched it back a couple times the first time I found it. I'm like, nah, this is it was too nostalgic. I'm like, yo, and then the fact that you had all of it on point. Because anybody could just be like, oh, Jeff Hardy just walked through, and like, no, this man was literally doing the same movements that they would do. I think he did. It was the ECW one. He had CM Punk. He was going like this and everything. Like,
I had the X on my hands and stuff.
And then this man got the robe for Ric Flair. I was like, nah, that's it.
But yeah, like I said, and I'm still working on more. I just don't know what other wrestlers I should do, but I'm definitely for the SmackDown one. I'm probably gonna do a King Booker. So yeah, I'm gonna come back. I just haven't thought of any wrestlers to do and stuff like that. I just need to do a couple of Goodwill shopping and stuff for the wardrobe.
Oh, of course. We got another one right here. What is your favorite WWE return?
Well, I was at WrestleMania it was in 2017, so that was WrestleMania 33, I believe. So I was there live for the Hardy Boys to return, and let me tell you,
what?
I lost my voice. Yes, I was there.
All right, I just got a question because I've been waiting to see somebody to say that they were there live. Now, I don't know if you've watched it on YouTube, you know, the replay and everything.
Yes.
I don't know if you ever paid attention and heard that one girl yelling at the beginning. I'm gonna she did the craziest yodel once they said that the match was gonna be a fatal 4-way, and all you hear is her at the beginning just yodeling in excitement.
Oh, I do remember a weird sound like that because, like, from where I was sitting, I actually had I actually had good seats.
I'm gonna have to record it and then tag you in it because, like, and the fact that you're saying the funny noise, it was the funniest noise you would ever hear, and it was just her by herself. It was completely silent, and you just heard a funny woman's voice just yodeling or something like that.
Yeah, and funny story about that, right, was like I was just I went to WrestleMania Access earlier that week. So like I've actually and I've met many wrestlers, but we'll get to that later on. But like I went to WrestleMania Access, and like from the hotel that I was staying, I walked earlier that morning. I walked to the arena for WrestleMania Access, and like somebody told me that the Hardy Boys were doing a tailgate, and like as soon as like I walked by the street. I'm a little skeptical because the Hardy Boys recently, like I believe earlier that week, do y'all any watch ROH?
Bro, earlier that night, they were they literally had a match a day or 2 days before WrestleMania.
Yeah, so like I was a little like, man, I'm like, man, Jeff almost 40. Jeff ain't about to appear in no ladder match, you know what I'm saying?
Little did we know.
Yeah, and
Jeff,
the people
you know who I am, man.
Yeah, but and the people I was in line with saying, yeah, man, the Hardys, like they had a tailgate, and like you see a WWE corporate car pull up and they just leave and they go to the Camping World Stadium. I'm like, man, y'all lying and stuff. And later on that night, man.
I couldn't believe it, man. I just couldn't believe it. That night that's probably my favorite return as well. Like, because nobody thought, like you said, they just had a match against the Young Bucks. Like,
yeah, it wasn't just any match; it was a damn good match as well.
It was. That's why. Matter of fact, since you're a Jeff Hardy fan, let me bring this topic up. Are you upset how Jeff is getting used right now, and do you want him to have another title run, world title run?
I mean, like, there's the fan side of me that would, of course, Jeff to be WWE champion and get a good world title run. But as far as him getting utilized, like, there's also the human side of me that cares for Jeff because, you know, what comes with being a champion is, you know, the pressure is there. Yep. And like, as we've all seen with Jeff over the course of the years, Jeff can go on on a true decline like that. Because, you know, I don't know if y'all watch TNA, but, you know, Jeff Hardy was amazing and some of his best work, like as a heel, Victory Road 2011. You know, so like I would love it, but like if I know, like knowing the type of person that Jeff is and like kind of like, you know, my family members have dealt. I know family members have dealt with demons and stuff like that. I know what comes with it when all that pressure to be the man is on you. So like I would love it, but if there's a way that they could kind of like maybe just kind of dial it down, because Jeff is like 42, I think. Is he 42 or 43?
I think he's 42, because I actually looked up the other day because I was like, how old is Matt? Matt is 48.
I'll search it up right now.
I think because I think there's a 5-year difference. So yeah, either 42 or 43.
Jeff is 43.
So like I said, man, it's
just, yeah, 43.
It's 43.
He's 43.
I don't mean to cut anybody off. Somebody said Jeff should have an Intercontinental title reign. My thing about that is that when they gave him an Intercontinental title reign, nobody cared about it. So it's kind of weird how people want him to finally have a mid-card title when he had the US and IC title and y'all didn't give a damn. You know what I mean?
And he had both of the Raw and SmackDown tag titles, and like nobody,
Yeah.
Like, what more do you want?
Like people didn't care. I feel like Jeff could have did I think he just didn't get a good future feud with either of those belts, because I actually liked the Shinsuke Nakamura feud with the US title.
The thing is, he had both when he came back. He beat Jinder in Hartford, and then he won the IC title in the Thunderdome.
Oh, here we go.
We have a Candy. What do you think of Riddle being U.S. champion, right?
I think it's pretty cool. Like if there's a good way that they could kind of utilize it right and actually make the U.S. title mean something, I think why not go for it? Because I feel like Riddle's going to be there for the long haul, so why not utilize him right and give the U.S. title a little meaning? Because as far as like once they change the design, I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So let's kind of put some meaning behind it, because like I really haven't been that interested in the U.S. title since Cena, probably, on a real note.
Yeah.
So a question I want to ask the both of you guys is, I really like the U.S. Open Challenge. Do you think they should stick with that tradition? Because I think that's what made the U.S. title relevant. It was a fighting title.
Ax, you got this. I'll go after you.
I would love it, bro. Because like you said right now, who's in you got Riddle and Mustafa Ali. Like, is that really something to watch? Like, bring back the Open Challenge. Let us be surprised when somebody comes out. Can we all remember when Kevin Owens came out to face John Cena?
Hell yeah. That match at Elimination Chamber was
Sami
the bomb.
Zayn.
And at Money in the Bank, the bomb.
Cesaro.
Battleground was my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Battleground was awesome.
Oh, man.
But I think Money in the Bank was like the loudest the crowd was for that match. Like, whew. But you even got Wade Barrett versus Cena in England. You know what I'm saying?
You did. So what do you think, Ray? You think they should bring it back?
Yeah.
I feel like they shouldn't. I don't think they should do it as because there's a way you can overuse something. And I thought that was kind of cool as far as a gimmick perspective for John Cena, because, John Cena, who at the time really didn't need it. So when he introduced the US Open Challenge, it was kind of a cool way for him to be I know I don't need it, but let me go ahead and use this to put the younger dudes over and kind of give them a spot to shine. So I feel like there's no need in overusing it if you don't have to. Because sometimes whenever I define a good use of a title is, give us some good feuds with when Jeff Hardy and Johnny Nitro had that feud over the Intercontinental title, give us good feuds with that title. Don't just give us, don't just put the title on someone and then just expect them to, have a few successful title defenses. Give us something meaning behind it.
That's true. Let's see. We got another one. Yeah, I want to see somebody else because I already got mine. So go ahead, Ray. What do you think about this one? They said, do you see the man back yet or not?
Becky?
Yeah.
Ooh, I mean, part-time man, not the full-time man.
I wish he could come back after Mania, But the way it's going is Seth is doing stuff, so I see them flipping back and forth.
Yeah, I do. I'm not saying it's impossible, but like if Becky was to come back, I feel like she should come back with a new, not just kind of like a refreshed gimmick. Because like towards the end, it was cool and all and stuff, and I was like, all right, it's getting a little stale, But that's just me. I don't.
I stopped liking it once they introduced everybody to Seth and Becky on stage, and I'm like, okay. And then they made that cheesy ass shirt, the man of the man or something like that. I was like, come on.
And
I forgot what it said, but it was something of that nature, like the man of the man. And it's like, come on. Just drop the gimmick.
Yeah.
Like, who's the real man right now?
Yeah, that was hilarious, man. But I think and what happened? Didn't Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin have a mixed tag team match and whoever lost? Yep. It was just bad.
That was the night Brock Lesnar cashed in on Seth.
Bruh. Brock Lesnar. Yeah. You want to talk about a funny moment? Y'all remember when Brock Lesnar came down to the ring using it like a boombox?
Oh, beatbox Brock. That's my favorite.
The one time this man let his comedian side come out.
And that's the one thing people don't understand about Brock. Like, Brock really is charismatic when he wants to be, should I say. Because a lot of people say he, goes in and does a few suplexes. Brock can be very entertaining, as we've all seen over the years. Pulls it out when he wants to. And I guess that goes into, being an entertainer from his perspective. You got to leave your best tricks in the bag for every now and then.
Yeah, and for sure, Brock's best work also comes from smaller guys. He works better with smaller guys than he does guys with his size. I mean, I feel like he could do more with smaller guys.
Do
you see Cesaro champion?
Yeah, but I don't know why. We've seen it before, but
I don't know when.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, all right. I don't see it now, but maybe later.
I mean, yeah, I have to ask yourself this question: if they do pull the trigger on Cesaro, are y'all gonna bail on him like y'all bailed on Jeff?
Who bailed on Jeff?
A whole bunch of people bailed on Jeff for the IC title feud.
I mean, I just wasn't watching WWE around then because the whole not having fans thing kind of killed it for me. So, I also didn't like how they tried to bring back the CM Punk John Cena thing with Sami Zayn coming back, the whole 2 title thing. I'm like, come on. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, CM Punk and John Cena. Here we go.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. WWE listens to us, man. I mean, if they do pull the trigger.
What happened?
Yeah. Haven't Cesaro been Intercontinental Champion, though?
He was United States and tag team.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever been Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, okay. Oh, guys, I got a question for y'all though.
Oh, all right.
All right. So, do y'all remember? I believe right towards the end of the Monday Night Rollins, where in the Fiend had that Hell in a Cell match, and fans practically turned on Seth. Were you guys the ones that was were you part of the turn on Seth? And what was y'all take on that whole thing?
I'll let you go first, Alex.
Not really. To be completely honest, not really. I didn't understand it. I mean, as far as the match goes, go ahead, Lewis.
In all honesty, I just wasn't invested in the feud. I don't think, not even the Fiend in general, I just don't think Seth works well with characters that are demons or dead men or shit like that. I don't think that's in his forte.
Yeah. I think the thing that confused me was how did Seth end up getting the more shit when the Fiend was in it just as much as Seth was. You know, like why didn't I guess it was just cooler to turn on Seth than it is the Fiend, and that's what kind of like really like the bias is so real.
But now everybody,
the fans were booing when they ended the match, when Seth did when he did the chair strike with all the metal on top of the Fiend's head. That's when everybody hated that rivalry.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do y'all see Drew beating Bobby at Mania? I hope not. I hope not.
I already got my moment, and if so, so be it. I don't think they should put the strap on Drew just yet, because like he's getting. I ain't gonna say he's getting a little stale, but like kind of give him a little kind of. This would be the perfect time for them to kind of add on to the character of Drew McIntyre, especially since he doesn't have the strap. So I don't think they should just put the strap on him immediately. You know, like. Make hell, because I believe from the looks of it, you think Bobby's becoming the face. So why don't you go ahead and make Drew the heel and kind of like, give him the different aspects of his character to be a little, heelish or whatnot. Hell, have him win Money in the Bank and have him just turn on everybody and, have him. That's what I think. I believe around that time the audience will be back. So like I said, I'm not a.
I agree with you. The fan in me, I would want Bobby to have the most lengthy title reign Vince is willing to give him. But if you want me to be honest, I think Vince just loves Drew so much right now.
Of course.
I don't know. I think Vince is finally seeing it, man. Gave my boy a beautiful entrance. You can't tell me that entrance wasn't fire.
It was.
Why do former WWE wrestlers talk shit about a company who, in a way, made them? I'll let y'all answer that.
Wait, hold on. Give me 1 second.
I'll go ahead and answer it, though.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you start.
Y'all heard of Tekashi 6ix9ine? Cloud chasing. That's all it is.
He said Tekashi.
That's all it is, cloud chasing. Like I said, it gets more eyes on the product. I mean, on the performer. Like, all right, that's what you want to do. Go ahead and do it.
You can't say that they always talk shit, because some wrestlers actually do have a reason why, such as CM Punk. I mean, the dude got fired at his fucking wedding. Yeah. So, I mean, it all depends on which wrestlers you're talking about.
If you listen to majority of what these former WWE superstars say, it's most of the time the fact that they don't have control, or at least a little control, of their creative stuff. For example, CM Punk.
Yeah.
Another example, Dean Ambrose. They didn't let this man do anything he wanted. Yeah, and that's majority of what it is, because other promotions, they like you really think the most they gave Dean Ambrose was that steel cage match against Jericho and one little thumbtack spot. AEW, they gave this man an exploding, even though the ending was terrible. I think somebody said that in the comments too, but but it's that's majority of what it is. Vince. Whatever Vince wants, that's what it is. Unless you get on that side, which a lot of people don't.
And for those of you who,
I mean, but like,
oh my bad. Go ahead, Ray. My fault, bro.
Oh, and like the thing I don't understand, like, you almost need someone like Vince to kind of regulate something, because like as we've seen from most wrestlers, if you just kind of give them to do whatever you want to do mentality, it could be A, go straight downhill, or B, be good only for a certain amount of time. And like that's one of the positive things, you got that could kind of like edge out all the bad and good stuff. Because like, believe it or not, like Cody Rhodes, like he's all right, but like he's just not my favorite in AEW right now. I know that's gonna spark some controversy.
But see, even Cody, for example, you know, his thing was creative. They had this man as Stardust for so long.
Yeah.
The thing with
As much as
creative
y'all hate
though,
it, like, Cody made it work.
yeah, I agree. The thing with creative though, it's so big for wrestlers because I don't know if you remember, but as soon as Kenny Omega's New Japan contract was up, that was the guy every wrestling company wanted to get. And WWE, from what I've seen on every single report, WWE was the front runners. They offered him any money, all the time that he wanted. The one thing that they did not offer him that AEW offered him was creative control. And that's where WWE fucked up. They didn't want to give the man control. So that's why he chose AEW over WWE.
Yeah.
And WWE.
I guess I don't have a real good understanding of how creative control works in that aspect because, like, I believe AJ Styles kind of got something like that when he came to WWE and stuff. But like, I just think it kind. Don't y'all think it kind of be like? How I refer? Don't y'all think it would be kind of be seen as going into business for yourself if you just want creative control? Like, how would y'all when y'all think it's that considered?
Yeah, but I also believe it also depends how big you are as a superstar as well. Because like, let's say if Zack Ryder walked in, if he was still in WWE, and he's like, "I want creative control," Vince is gonna look at him like, "How much money you bringing me?" He'll toss him out. But if John Cena was like, "I want creative control," he'll be like, "All right, you got that." So it all depends on how big you are as a superstar.
I only say creative control for the superstar is needed if their gimmick is not working. And if you feel like you're about to let this superstar go, give them a chance. Let them say one thing and let them try it for 1 week. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then you let them go. Sometimes this man just be firing. Like Drew, like he brought in Drew McIntyre, put him in 3MB, then fired him, didn't even give him a chance. But look who's here now.
And what's crazy with that, when all of them came back, they were like Heath Slater and Rhino, first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions. He threw the WWE title on Jinder Mahal. He made Jinder Mahal probably the most hated heel in that 2016 era. And then Drew is Drew. Drew is Drew.
Yeah.
They really made Jinder Mahal a champion. I still can't believe that. I want to get your insight on this. Most of the people watching know how I feel. Do you see Edge beating Roman Reigns? And if so, why? And if you're with Roman winning, you know.
You want to go first, man?
I mean, you got to look at the storyline, how it is. Does it make sense for Edge to come back from triple fusion neck surgery, bust his ass, win the Royal Rumble at #1 just to lose to fucking Roman? Fuck no. Vince knows where the money is. Yeah, Vince, you might think Vince is stupid, but if he knows it's going to get him money and he knows it's going to bring mad old heads back, he's going to put that belt on Edge.
Yeah, I've been saying this a lot lately in regards to the whole Edge situation. It's like I'm just not used to Edge being so much of a fucking face. Like I'm so used to him being a heel. Like, bro, I used to hate Edge growing up as a kid, and like seeing people love and just fathom over Edge is really just puzzling to me. So like I think it would be cool, but I just don't. I feel like Roman is too hot right now. I feel like Roman needs more and more heat. You know what I'm saying? To kind of build up to that final loss. You know, so I don't want Edge to. I don't think Edge should be the man to do it. I don't think it should be the man to do it. I really don't. Because like people are going as far as saying bring back Big Goldie if Edge wins the Universal title. I'm like, I don't think WWE would do nothing like that. It sounds good in theory. Big Goldie's not coming back. You know, it just kind of it phased out in 2013, and I think that's where it's going to stay.
All right, so my question to you now, I'm glad you're on the other side of how I feel. If not Edge, then who do you see beating Roman?
Here's a good story. They debut he first clash with Roman at the Royal Rumble. Keith Lee. It's the
Yeah,
man, Keith Lee.
Keith Lee could go down to SmackDown.
True.
Yeah, you remember that good showing he had at the Rumble, and then that Survivor Series, him and Roman King. Roman gave him the dap and the approval. There's a story right there. Have Keith Lee go to SmackDown because, like I said, it's obvious that the Raw run is kind of getting a little stagnant. Go to SmackDown and be the one to take the strap off of Roman. I think Keith could be the one to do it.
That'll be fire.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could
I'll
see
be
that.
100
But like,
I'll be 100%.
but you're
okay
right.
with
Roman
that.
is hot right now, but story base wise, I mean, it's kind of like pick your poison. I get what you're saying now from your point of view. It's kind of like a pick your poison type of thing.
Like, I just feel like this man has not lost since he's returned to WWE. Like, somebody needs to beat him.
Yeah.
Edge is the. I don't know if you know this too, but I watched WWE backstage when they announced the number 1 and number 2 pick for the Royal Rumble. Originally, the number 1 pick, the first person that was supposed to come out was Randy Orton, not Edge.
Yep, I remember that. I was like, so y'all just changed it? I remember.
Like, I cannot see them doing something like that and not let this man win. I feel like Roman needs that loss. That's like, what the, like, wait, what? Like, it got believable. We knew he could beat Kevin Owens, but does everybody really think he could beat Edge?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Edge, I feel like they could do something different with the Edge character now. I don't think they just need to put the strap on him because like they done went as far as giving him a Rumble. So I feel like I want to see a heel Edge. That's what I'm mainly alluding at. And like if he loses to Roman, that could be more fuel to make him a heel.
Now, how about this? Now, I don't know if you heard the talk, but the triple threat match at WrestleMania that could be, including Daniel Bryan. And I thought of the reasoning behind it. Now, I feel like WWE wants Edge, to win. They want to give him the title, but everybody doesn't want Roman to lose.
Yep.
And an easy way to do that is to throw Daniel Bryan in the mix. And Daniel Bryan is the one to take the pinfall. That way Roman doesn't lose. He doesn't look weak. But then, like you said, you want to heel Edge. What better way for Edge to go heel than to pin Daniel Bryan? That right there is the only reason.
Yeah.
That is the only reason I'd be okay with that. Because I understand it. You want to save Roman, add somebody else in. That's what they did with Randy Orton. They saved Randy Orton.
That's what they did with Lashley too. The way how they had Riddle win, they made him pin Morrison and made Lashley look strong, and Lashley is the motherfucking man now.
You see, and that right there is the perfect example. You can take a L and then out of nowhere look strong. Like I could see the storyline. He loses, even if he takes the pin or not, and he's just like, oh, damn, I thought I was the head of the table. Let me go kill like 4 superstars. Let me go get in a feud with Cesaro. Let me go fight with Seth, like the head of the table versus the Messiah. Like who really runs SmackDown?
Yeah. But you think they could do you think they could do that without the world title though? Like
I think it's possible without the world title because you have that attraction. Because Seth's coming back saying, "Oh, I run SmackDown. This is my show." But Roman, that's Roman Reigns. That's the head of the table. Like everything goes through Roman, quote unquote.
Yeah, but like, aren't they both heels? So like,
that's the
so
thing.
Basically,
that's the thing.
Yeah,
they could do a heel versus heel.
Yeah, that could work. That could work.
It's got to work the right way though.
That's it. All right, since we all like John Cena, when do you think John Cena is coming back? Me personally, I say WrestleMania Hollywood. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. From last I checked, I thought he was penciled in for this year's WrestleMania, as far as I was concerned.
But then
I ain't seen him yet.
But then supposedly like travel issues. He's doing like 2 movies, 1 TV show. He's doing 1 million commercials. It's like, bro. I just see Hollywood as being perfect because you're already there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I see Hollywood.
Yeah.
And if he does come back, it should only to make Cena Grand Slam champion. If not, then there's no point in bringing him back.
I mean, if they was to make Cena a champion, it'd have to be a short title run. And are y'all sure y'all want a short John Cena title run? Because that 16th title run was really just kind of like really.
Here you go.
Yeah, he was transitional, but I'll be fine if the only title he's missing is the Intercontinental title. So if he loses it, I wouldn't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like if I feel like if Cena was to like take a mid-card title, I think he would go like to what we talked about earlier, just kind of be sure and elevate the NXT. I mean, I saw the question. Elevate the Intercontinental title along with younger talent, So I think that's what would come with it if Cena was to take the Intercontinental title. He would have to be on a more consistent schedule, and as we've seen recently, John Cena is not on the most consistent WWE schedule.
Nah.
All right, so my question to you is, right now, like the NXT champ, so Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns, is that what you're talking about? Because I don't understand what Finn Balor is going to do in that match.
Who asked this question? Amari Scott.
No kidding.
There's no point in adding Finn. Take Finn out.
Like, okay, so yes. So he's talking Finn Balor, Bobby Lashley, and Roman Reigns. Bobby Lashley's coming out.
Yeah, I got Bobby on this one, bro.
Yeah.
Mr. NXT is telling
I would
you
say
I got
if
Bobby.
Finn was still cool. Yeah. Yeah, but if Finn Balor was still cool with the Undisputed Era, he could have had them at least run in and beat the brakes off of Roman or Bobby or both of them. That would be somewhat cool and make it somewhat believable.
Fucking Adam Cole.
How do you feel about Apollo Crews with the Nigerian gimmick?
It gives Apollo something to do. I'm entertained. I'm into it. I can't just pass a real good judgment on it because it hasn't really. I really haven't, had a chance to dissect it and just observe it. I think it's kind of cool that they're in Apollo a little spot to show a little personality because I've always thought Apollo was just the dude that just come out grinning real big and turn a whole bunch of flips and stuff like that. So I kind of like how they're. I like how they're kind of giving him the flow to show a little personality. So I'm a kind of hold, I'm not gonna pass judgment on it. I'm gonna let it just kind of see how it all folds out. I like the whole program with Big E that got potential. So you gotta wait and see how that falls out. But he's saying shut it down. Oh my goodness, that sounds a little harsh, man.
Shut it down. All right, let's see. What did this person say? Edge wins. Roman leaves for a while and attacks Edge to set up a match for SummerSlam. I mean, I could see it. Like I said, I'm going with Edge. Roman needs to take that L, man. He needs a little dose of reality.
For sure. Narco says, love John Cena, but he doesn't need to win the IC title at this stage in his career. He doesn't need another title run at this stage of his career, in my opinion. I agree with you. Like I said, I'm not saying he should win a title, but if I were to bring him back, I would just do show my appreciation and make him finally Grand Slam. That's what I would just do.
Yeah. If it was to happen, I would need John Cena at least on somewhat of a schedule as Daniel Bryan. Live events are irrelevant right now, but at least be there to defend it and kind of like help elevate the IC title, kind of like how he did the US title, if it was to happen. But I'm, like I said, on a scale of 1 to 10 of it happening, I'm going to say a solid 4.
I don't know. I just either or, it's going to be quick. But the question is, who's going to be the champion at the time? Right now, if he came back, do we really want to see Cena versus Roman?
No.
We already have.
Cena could also put over talent. Like, if you have him come back against Big, let's say he was scheduled to come back. you have him go against Big E. That's like that'll show Big E that he's crazy as hell, that he's strong as hell now, that he's the IC champion. Because you take a guy out like Cena, that's just another legend he's adding to his resume.
But if they give him that match, they're gonna give the belt to Cena.
Fucking Vince.
I mean, but like if we think about it, isn't like in kayfabe, isn't he technically like stuck in the Firefly Funhouse or something like that? Ain't that like how he's like, like how would you think he would do a program with the Fiend if he came back or something like that? Because we technically didn't get a John Cena and Fiend match if you think about it.
I actually want to add on to what you're saying, because when AJ Styles got buried, he just came back as AJ Styles. There's no kayfabe anymore.
I mean, yes and no, but you remember how they kept on teasing it over the course of the Money in the Bank match, and every now and then, like, and that wasn't even the original plan. AJ was supposed to be gone longer than that. Like, that wasn't even like they was going to do. I believe they were going to do something else with it, but of course, things happen. But like, if they wanted to, because I'm pretty sure Fiend is going to need something to do after him and Randy Orton eventually have their match at Mania, and what better place than to finally give us a Fiend and Cena match at SummerSlam?
Oh yeah, I like this one. Rumors say that they're pushing Drew versus Sheamus at Mania and Bobby versus Brock at Mania. I would love it, man.
I mean, have we had any confirmation that Brock? Well, I could only see this until we get confirmation that Brock signed that $40 million deal.
Listen, man, they sold that network for $1 billion, man. For $1 billion.
Yeah. I was actually thought Brock was going to appear at AEW, but like since he wasn't, he might be more at Mania. Like I really thought it was going to be him. Thank God it was Christian Cage, though.
Listen, Bobby called him out.
Yeah, Bobby did, but I mean, as of right now,
he said there was no reason for us to fight. He got a reason now. All right, let's get this one over with. That's not happening, man. Vince ain't gonna do it. AEW and TNA invades WWE. Vince is not gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
If anybody invades anybody, WWE is invading.
Facts. WWE's trying to keep the Brock situation on the low from what I've seen. It's going to get leaked eventually.
I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be Monday Night Raw, and you're going to hear this man's music. It's just going to suck because we're going to have to hear his voice because he won't have Paul Heyman.
But still, man, this man still wants $40 million.
Brock has character.
He does.
Yeah.
Like I said with the boombox, if they let him go with it, if they give him some creative control. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. They're not going to be able to keep it quiet for a long time.
Yeah, but to kind of harp on what Narcolepsy Boy is saying, I did hear like they want to keep to kind of the significance of Brock Lesnar because you really just don't want to have Brock show up at at the Thunderdome. I feel like that would kind of take away from his appearance. So I feel like I could agree with him on that. So like I think we would probably have to wait till he actually appears. I mean, till we actually get in a live audience before we can for sure see a Brock Lesnar appearance.
What if Bobby has no opponent until WrestleMania? And then
that's what I was saying.
And then they save it because right now, who's really going to come for him at Fastlane? Miz is done.
Mm-hmm.
Drew's with Sheamus.
Yeah.
So what is Bobby doing at Fastlane? What is he going to do at Mania?
Maybe they might rush Keith Lee for Fastlane.
That's true. That's true.
I don't think Keith Lee could take another. I don't think he could take another L like that on the way to WrestleMania because he already lost to Drew at the beginning of the year, and I feel like they're still trying to keep Keith Lee as a heavy presence. So I don't think Keith Lee necessarily.
I mean, we all know that they believe in Keith Lee. It's just COVID and injuries are just fucking with his ass right now.
Damn. I'm thinking now.
I'm really thinking too. I mean, the only other option is I see them rushing back Keith Lee.
Oh yeah, that's right. Heyman could just manage them both. He did do it before. Marco's right.
And have another Roman and Brock situation though? Is it that worth it?
I mean, they're both heels. I mean, do y'all think if Brock come back, would he be?
No, he's talking about have Brock on Raw versus Bobby, and Heyman could still be his manager at the same time as being Roman's manager on SmackDown.
Yeah,
because they did that with CM Punk and Brock.
But look what happened. CM Punk and Brock eventually faced each other.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's going to build up towards that eventually. It's not. Yeah, it's going to be the elephant in the room that everyone's going to address.
Yeah, I like the idea, but do we want to see Brock versus Roman for 25th time?
It's a different Roman.
If done right, yeah. Yeah, if done right, like Brock is technically the face. He could be the face. I'm not going to say yeah, but like yeah, Brock could be the face, and Roman, Tribal Chief Roman, and actually Brock might just be the one to take the strap off of him as a face, maybe. But I don't think I want to sit through another Brock Universal title run. That's a question that remains to be unanswered.
So real quick, how would you both right now, since Bobby is champion, how would you book him as champion? Like, what big rivalry would y'all put him in? And then when do you take the belt off of Bobby?
I'm trying to think of that right now because, like, what is he doing for Fastlane?
That's the question I was gonna ask Ray and y'all, like, because there's nobody he's planning for Fastlane, which is crazy.
I mean, like, they could probably do a couple multi-man matches. I feel like at Fastlane, WWE is going to pull their typical Hurt Business versus. Not Retribution. The Hurt it's going to probably be a multi-man match. You're going to have the Hurt Business versus, I don't know, the New Day and Matt Riddle. Boom, right there. You know what I'm saying? Something as little like that to just kind of, give match and kind of, have probably the New Day and Matt Riddle look strong. And, of course, Bobby's not going to take the pin. Maybe Brock interferes and, causes Bobby to lose. Like, I don't see Bobby defending the title at Fastlane though. Like, who's a viable opponent?
They got what, 2 weeks? Fastlane is in 2 weeks.
Narco's speaking facts too. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he shouldn't have a match at Mania.
So
if they're not having a true opponent for him, he shouldn't have a match. I agree with you, Narco.
But didn't Bobby and Drew already have a match though last?
No.
But
that's the thing. He's doing the thing with Sheamus right now. Unless they're going to go with the angle because they both ran into each other with the steel steps. They're going to say, oh, Sheamus is injured. So now Drew can have his title rematch. And then maybe Sheamus comes back on Fastlane, costs Drew the title match. Because, I'm really trying to figure out, are they going to do this Miz thing all the way till Fastlane?
I mean, I don't know. The only way I can see Drew going into Mania is if they make Drew versus Sheamus a number one contender title match, and then you have Drew earn it that way. But I don't know, man. Bobby looking weird. But Narco also said he is a main event worthy star, which I agree. Everybody said that for 17 years.
Yeah, we've been. I mean, if y'all ain't think so before, now you see it.
Hell yeah, Narco speaking facts though. I mean, Narco.
Would y'all be mad if there is one dude, by the name of Bill Goldberg, who technically has I believe 2 or 3 more matches on his contract left.
Bro, if they pull a fucking if on Monday Night Raw they pull this bullshit again.
Why'd you gotta bring that up though? Why'd you have to bring that up?
Because he has one more match.
Well, him against Cena.
He does.
I think he has either 1 or 2 more matches on his contract.
John Cena, Hollywood.
Yeah, he really does.
I mean, like I said, there's nobody to face him at Fastlane right now. Like, we really gonna get Goldberg back-to-back WWE Championship matches? Well, not back-to-back.
Hey, I want Bobby to beat the shit out of Goldberg then.
It's gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. I think he got one more match on his contract. It's not gonna win.
Oh man.
Like you let this man beat the damn Fiend. Like, come on, man.
Narco, don't put this on your TikTok. WWE watches your shit.
Watch Raw. Goldberg. Goldberg.
Ooh, all right. So we have a controversial opinion. The Rock is the greatest wrestler ever.
The Rock is the greatest wrestler ever. Have you ever heard of Shawn Michaels? Do you know who Shawn Michaels is?
Like,
the man could wrestle a broomstick and get a 5-star match out of
it. The Rock get no cool points, yo. When he was a kid, he said wrestling was fake. I don't want to hear it. I don't know if you ever
greatest wrestler.
I don't know if you seen his show. I don't know if you guys gave it a watch, but everything that's on his show is true. When he was a little kid, he dead ass said wrestling was fake, and Andre the Giant picked him up. And he was like, "Is this fake?"
Amari, have you heard of? The Undertaker.
The best big man, not weight wise, height wise, in the ring, bro. Like, come on.
Narco said, "Man, if he faces Goldberg, I'm cool with it, but Goldberg got to put him over and make Bobby look extremely dominant. Only problem with that is Goldberg ain't gonna do anything to hurt his character."
I'm telling you, Goldberg got one match on his contract. I swear, when he signed it, I heard rumors that it was only a two match contract. He's gonna.
Bro, I want Bobby to spear this man through every fucking barricade, bro. I don't care. Beat his ass.
I mean, but you also got to take into consideration, like, he also doesn't have to wrestle on Raw. He can definitely go back to SmackDown and finish whatever he had with Roman at SummerSlam, maybe, because it's obvious Roman and Edge is marked in. So, like, we just can't, sit there and just say he's going to go to Raw because, Roman and Goldberg do have some unfinished business if you think about it.
That's
true. Real quick, I just thought a way how to make Bobby look dominant over Goldberg. Narco, you can answer this too, because I don't know. Has Goldberg ever been submitted?
Oh, wow. I don't think so.
Because if you do that and you have Bobby put him in a hurt lock,
and you make
what? Has he ever been submitted? Because that would be a good way to put him over.
Yo, that's honestly not bad.
But do you think Bobby needs it though? Like, Bobby's technically already like the guy. Yeah.
I mean,
I wouldn't say he needs it, but does Goldberg need a damn, another title match?
It's the only thing that makes.
I mean, I would say do it to let Goldberg slowly like go off into the sense, have Goldberg submit and we don't see him ever again. Like that's a good way to kind of like write him off. Kind of like how when Undertaker said like lost to Brock that night, he should have retired right there. That would have kind of just left that, that would have closed the chapter. So
or Goldberg could pass the torch as that animal.
No, he's never tapping. Goldberg ain't never gonna tap. Maybe if he passes out in the hurt lock. That's what I mean. I mean, if he just submits him, that's it. Like you got Bobby like, oh my god, the first man to submit Goldberg.
He said no, he's never tapped, and Goldberg ain't never gonna tap. Maybe if he passes out in the hurt lock, but Goldberg ain't tapping to anyone.
Yeah, right. Goldberg.
Listen, I could see it, but realistically, they'll just make him pass out. They won't make this man tap.
Hey, but that'll be crazy for Bobby. Yeah. That's the only way I see him beating Goldberg. Because what other way to make him even more dominant?
That's true. All right, last topic before we go, guys.
All right.
Who you got? Sasha Banks or Bianca? And it's a thinker.
I'm gonna probably say Bianca. I'm gonna say Bianca. Yeah, I think Bianca because Sasha's going to get stale, and I feel like as a way to kind of keep Sasha relevant, you just have her lose to Bianca. You don't gotta. I'm not saying Bianca becomes a transitional champion, but you know, Sasha can be more of a badass in her quest to get her title back. And if she gets it back, she gets it back. If she don't you know, no one's gonna trip. Let Bianca go on to the next feud and let Sasha and Bailey do their thing at SummerSlam or whatever.
What you got, Lewis?
Yeah, I have Bianca winning.
I said it once. I said it before. I'll say it again. Bianca's winning. Sasha got her nice little title reign. It's time to pass the torch. It's getting stale. I'm tired of seeing Sasha versus Bailey, Bailey versus Sasha, Sasha versus Sasha. Like we need some new.
One more topic. I'm gonna ask this every fucking week. Where the hell is Rhea Ripley?
You know, I really think I'm really because I'm telling you, the first commercial they said she was coming that week, and I feel like, yeah, it didn't say coming soon. The first time I saw it, it said next week on Raw. But I realized, but then something happened. Asuka's injured.
Oh, damn. He hit me with the hard questions. What's some other matches you want to see that WWE hasn't announced yet?
Hornswoggle versus Big Dick Johnson.
WLC.
Straight like that.
You want to see that WWE hasn't announced yet. Believe it or not, y'all gonna be hating, but I want to see Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
All right, since you want to see that, what kind of spot you see this man Shane taking, bro?
I'll see Shane.
Yo, this man.
I see Shane off of the WrestleMania song, like all the way up on top of Raymond James Stadium.
You want to kill this man, bro?
I mean, he basically died already. I'm telling you, he's half alive.
Yeah.
I want to see another Big E and Apollo Crews with Apollo Crews' new gimmick. I want to see if they give him a new move set or something like that. I think it'll be pretty cool to see.
I'm telling you, I like the heel turn. I'm not for the gimmick, man. This man just.
Hey,
what happened?
I'm about to say, give it some time. You gotta let it sit in a little bit. You know, I feel like the Nigerian gimmick might work out somehow, some way.
Like if they give him the title, maybe.
I actually suggested.
I'll be okay with the Triple H doesn't tear his pec again. Undisputed Era in a fatal 4-way. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't break my heart like that. Don't do that.
Who's winning?
But Finn's not an Undisputed Era member. Do you really think? No, I want to say this to everybody. The weakest link is Bobby Fish. What the fuck has Bobby Fish done as a singles competitor to do anything to be a part of a fatal 4-way?
I mean, he's just saying storyline wise, bro.
Storyline wise, I mean, he's injured too.
I mean, I don't know what they're doing with that, man. I lost interest when they really tried to put in storyline wise that this man had a seizure. Like, I'm like, bro, don't do shit like that.
Well, they say Kyle O'Reilly had a seizure. That's funny.
Nah, man, he really got diabetes, bro. I thought this man really had a seizure. I'm like, chill.
They bug on that. Yeah. Undisputed Era. I mean, it'll be different if you said O'Reilly, Cole, and Finn in a triple rep, and Roddy in a fatal 4-way. But I mean, Bobby Fish. I mean, he hasn't done anything in NXT
Bobby
for
Fish,
himself.
huh?
I mean, Bobby Fish hasn't done anything for himself in NXT yet. That's what I'm saying.
So I mean, there you go, right there, man. He wins that fatal 4-way.
I mean, like, I'm a huge Adam Cole fan. Like, I've had the pleasure to meet, greet, and actually have like a 3-minute conversation with Adam Cole. So, like, I would love to see Adam Cole go out on top of it all.
Adam, this is I like Adam Cole, but do I really see him being a 3-time NXT champion? I don't think so.
See, Narco's down with it. He said he's down with the Fatal 4-Way.
O'Reilly definitely should win. He definitely should win.
I mean, Lewis made it clear enough that Bobby Fish don't need to win anything at this point.
Bro, I'm not saying he doesn't need to win, but you need to build him up to the point where he's believable to win.
You know what?
Kyle O'Reilly, he's just entertaining than all of them all.
All right, this man's just trolling at this point. This man said, like, come on, bro. In what though? You just can't say in a like what?
In terms of popularity, Stone Cold beats The Rock. I don't know.
Like, how you gonna throw Jeff in there with The Rock? Like, that's not even fair. Like,
it's disrespectful.
That's not even fair. Like, you just doing that because you want to start like, oh, because we Jeff fans, you just want to do that. The Rock beat Jeff
in 2003. Yeah. Yo, they're trying to get you turned, Axel, on your own podcast, man.
Listen, man, this man said in 2003. Think about how long ago that was, bro.
Yeah, fat. What Narco said. What Narco said. What Narco said.
You see, yep, exactly, right there. Rock is top 5, but you can't say he's a bro. And it's hard to do. If you want to say, shout out to my boy Nick. I don't know if you're watching, Nick, but like if you want to say, if you want to say The Rock is the greatest talker, that's different.
I don't know if anybody has the same issue as I do, but when I talk about the greatest of all time in WWE, I always get stuck on Cena and Taker. I don't know why, but I always get stuck on Cena and Taker. Like it's either or with those two. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Well,
but I get stuck.
Cena was the.
I mean, I feel like HBK should be me.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Yeah, hell yeah, definitely.
Shawn Mike, man, listen. If you don't, that's what I'm saying. You got The Rock, and you don't even, and then in the group that you put, you don't even add Shawn Michaels, and then that would be crazy to even say that.
Yeah, like I feel like we are doing bad by Shawn by not mentioning him in it. You know, we done said Cena, we done said Taker, and we ain't said Shawn at all. But
Julio Lopez is asked. I'm sorry, did I interrupt? I'm sorry, my audio is kind of delayed on y'all, and so my bad if I interrupted. All right. So I'm sorry to break it to you, but Tyson Kidd will never get cleared. Never.
This man said Tyson Kidd, bro. I like. Are people still waiting for Tyson Kidd? Like, is that a thing? Like, no disrespect, dude. He was a good wrestler when he was there, but like, you guys understand there's certain injuries that these wrestlers take that if they do something again, like that's it, right?
Hey, I got. I mean, go ask Samoa Joe if he's cleared, then come back to me.
Yeah.
Rock is the most entertaining superstar ever. Rock is the most entertaining superstar ever. I can say that entertainment-wise, he can't be touched. That's facts, Narco. That's facts.
That's true. This man said Jeff versus Jericho.
Is this podcast trying to piss off Axel?
Like, bro, this man said Jeff. Anyway, he said even in different companies. So The Rock, like, what?
So you talk about TNA Jeff versus AEW Chris Jericho.
Oh, okay. I mean, at this point, yeah, Jeff would win.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. I'll give somebody one more question. I'll let y'all ask one more question before we go. So, watch it be Narco. He's gonna ask something crazy. Kurt Angle won last match in AEW. It's not happening. He's not the secret signing, so he's not. Give him one more.
Narco about to tell us, like, if Vicky Guerrero came back, how would you book her winning both belts?
Excuse me. All right, we'll end on this one. I like this one.
This one's a debate.
or Shane, who's the biggest risk taker?
Jeff, because he broke his leg in a motorcycle accident.
Bro, like Shane's took in some spots, bro, but Jeff's took in many spots.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You talking about Shane? Dude got his testicles. Didn't he get him like? Didn't Kane hook him up to like some freaking jumper cables and stuff like that? Like I don't know, y'all. That's pretty risky.
Ooh, I mean, all right, fine. In his defense, I will even bring up the fact that this man agreed to doing the coast to coast and getting speared in midair. Survivor Series.
Nah, I'm gonna say
did
Jeff
a shooting
because
star
that dang
press on a trash
screwdriver.
can.
Yeah, but this man Jeff Hardy really did a swanton bomb on concrete, bro. Rest in peace, Umaga. But I mean, like,
Rock versus Sean. Yo, we getting spammed. Rock versus Sean, bro. We already had this convo. We don't know. It never happened.
Willow versus the Fiend. All right, what we doing? Speed questions. Willow versus the Fiend. Willow.
I got Willow.
Y'all was Willow fans. I really wasn't that high on Willow.
I wasn't either, but I like Willow more than the Fiend.
Yeah, that's a creative control right there. Yes, man.
Bro, if
if
you tell Shane to jump out of a moving car, he probably would.
Bruh. Listen. Y'all really trying to get me mad right now with the Shane, man?
Hey, we can't forget the celebrations. Freaking Jeff climbed up the Armageddon Titantron.
Climbed up the Armageddon Titantron, won the championship. Like he was bugging, like. But all right, y'all, man. I appreciate both of y'all coming on this podcast. I enjoyed talking to both of y'all. We had some funny topics, man. I don't know what's going on tonight with the whole Jeff stuff. I don't know why people coming at us. They probably heard Ray was a Jeff fan too, so I don't know if they're trying to get a reaction out of him or like I don't know what it is. But yeah, he said, I mean, Jeff got yo, right before we go, Jeff got speared in midair. That's all I'm saying. Oh, yes, we did, bro.
Narco, I just like Willow more than the Fiend.
That's what
I don't really care for either.
Right now. But before we get off topic, I'm gonna let y'all shout out y'all handles before we go.
Follow me on TikTok, Ray the Iconic Status, no spaces. Some more backstage videos are coming. Like I said, I'm going to do a Raw Part 2, Part 2, ECW, and Attitude Era. They are on the way.
Y'all can follow me on TikTok, FNO Louis V. Yeah, that's basically it. Appreciate it.
You're right. Keep doing your thing, bro. Don't stop, bro. I'm telling you. Don't stop.
Oh yeah, bro. Most definitely. I got more
content,
man. Thank you.
No problem, bro. All right, man. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Peace out, y'all.